How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. This channel has recently gained a lot of new subscribers, so I thought it would be, beneficial to take a step back and just explain my strategy and stuff. If you watch all my videos, this will be nothing new information, or kind of nothing new. Maybe I'll explain some things a little differently, but for the most part, it's the same information. Also, if you watch all my weekly stuff, you kind of see the strategies that I implement, but I kind of wanted to firmly break it down for all the new people that subscribed, because there's a lot of people. So yeah, let's talk about that in this video. Also, if anyone has questions and stuff, I know I do have an entire playlist of, stock education information, if that's what I want to call it. I don't know, but I do have a playlist. If you guys want something specific, I might have already talked about it, but if not, let me know. And if those videos that I posted a while ago, the quality, it's not bad, but I don't think it's amazing because I didn't have these Rode NT5 mics. So if anyone wants me to redo any audio, I could do that as well, because I want the audio to be crispy, which hopefully this video is. Alright, so let's break down my trading strategy. Obviously, there's infinite amount of trading strategies. Some are better than others. I'm not gonna say mine's great, because it's not amazing, but it works for me, and that's what's important. Is I can manage the risk. The time frames are fine. If I can step away from my computer for a day, 5 days, maybe even a week, and be kind of comfortable with where my positions are at. So just know that I don't make $1 million trading like this, but it works for my life, and it's if you're watching this trying to find your own trading style, don't copy mine, because you don't have the same lifestyle, the same risk tolerance, and the same, I guess there's just a lot of variables that influence the trading style, so just, you gotta work around your own, but listening to other people discuss theirs can probably help you. So let's get on with the trading style that I use. For the most part, all of my positions are, the best way to break this down is I have 3 positions, or 3 reasons why I buy a stock. 1, I like the company. I want to hold it for a long period of time, whether that's the dividend or just the company itself. I'm like, hey, I like that company, so I try to pick a price point that I like and buy there. The best examples for that right now are Disney. Love Disney. It's my favorite company, I think. I would buy this stock if I didn't know the price. That's probably the only stock I would say. I did pick up some Verizon for the same reason. It's in a low point, it's just cheap. I can explain that later, but I'm just giving examples right now. And Exxon, ExxonMobil's more of a trade, but 3M. So really, Disney, 3M are just the main ones right now. 3M and Disney have had for over a year or 2. So those are my positions. They make up maybe 30%, 40% of the portfolio. Maybe less. The next, so I have my long term. I love these companies' stocks, that I want to own a percentage of the company, right? That's that decision. This is very low maintenance. Maybe I'll listen to the earnings call with Disney. They actually have it tonight, after market, so I'll probably listen to that. Just, I don't know, see what they're doing, see what's up. Next up is I like to say 1 to 3 months. Yeah, it's 1 to 3 month time frame, but it's not. It's more than that. It's maybe an 8 to 20 month. That's what it's been so far. Trades. These are basically all gold miners and silver miners. So we got stuff like EMX, KL. I'm down a lot in KL right now. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's really early in the morning, so NEM. We had AG, sold a bunch of that off. But basically, I see a good opportunity in gold and silver. We have to go to a bigger time actually, because this was a really hard semester for me in college. And then this is when I had a lot of time to look in the market. And I was like, gold and silver seem very cheap. I mean, obviously, I didn't know there was a pandemic, it was gonna crash and then skyrocket after, obviously. But this was the information, I had. I guess no. This was, oops. This was the information I had, and I liked how it looked. I also, if you guys really know this channel, I was trading gold, I guess, SLV, the ETF all the way back here. Lost some money, but that's when I first got interested in silver. It was like 2017, or 2018, I guess it was more accurate, yeah. Anyway, I got a little sidetracked. I have my long-term, it depends again the time frame, but anywhere from 1 to like 20 months of like an economic, like political, commodities view on the market. You know, how things are priced, where the prices are, and how I feel about where they're going to go in the future. So almost all of that money in that trade has been into gold and silver because I just see such a big opportunity. And like, this is monthly time frame, like we're talking like since 2000 basically. Big like cup and handle pattern. I think this thing goes mad high. Yeah, just one of those things. Gotta be patient, but I want to be positioned for the move. So how do I come about this? Honestly, I don't even know. I just watched hundreds of videos, read like so many articles of just what people are doing in the world, and I think it's kind of obvious, if you think about money printing and everything, just devaluation of currencies, precious metals, and just hard assets, even Bitcoin, they're bound to increase because people are looking for stores or places to store wealth, and this isn't something that might happen, tomorrow, or this happens over years. I think I got in a little early in some positions. Like KL, I got in a little too early. But NEM, I've been in for a while. So, just adding to the position. But as my conviction increases, or adding to my percentage of portfolio, two positions that I think will increase based on those thoughts and convictions. It's hard to explain or not hard to explain, but it's hard to, like, let's say, like, you could day trade, like, a stock, right, and you can know within that day, oh, I'm right or wrong, take the risk off, but these trades, they take a while, and it feels to me like it's gonna happen, but it's like, when do I get out? And, that's a whole nother section, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting sidetracked. It's all connected, like, it's all related to how I trade, but it's too much, I think, for this video, because we'll be talking forever if I bring up other conversations. So, we have the dividend stocks, or the big stocks with good companies that I think are going to be around and going to be profitable a lot in the future. I have right now a huge gold-silver trade going on for about over a year now. I'm still in it, made some good gains, but I'm still convicted it goes higher. So that's my, like, anywhere from like 1 month to like literally, I guess it's literally been a year, so maybe 20 months. It depends again on economic conditions and just how I feel about the trade. But yeah, that's that. And then the last trades, so this makes up like 50% of my portfolio, maybe more, to be honest. I think it's a very high. It shouldn't be that high. It should be more. I should have a bigger base, like in Disney 3M, but I don't, because I don't know. I guess I'm feeling a little risky, but it's probably not wise to do that. But it is what it is. It's the decisions I made. The last type of trades I have right now, we have three trades going on. We have AMD. Why did I buy AMD? So these are from anywhere from 1 to like 3 weeks trades, maybe like a month, but usually not that long. I usually get out within a week or two. These are swing trades. that I see some pattern. I see some like supply demand zone. I just see some multiple reasons to buy based on like candlesticks around price action. Right, so AMD, like, let's see. Let's just focus on this data. So we have, all this data, right? Stuff moving around. What do we have? We have earnings here. It like tanks, like 10% off earnings. It catches this little zone. I think I got in this day. So it wasn't the best day to get in, but the next day we got this candle. So I initially saw 87 bucks as like kind of a buy zone. Why? We got these candles back here. Candle, candle, candle. All this price action, It's like, hey, that seems like a good time to buy. Just based on previous price action. Old supports or old resistances become new supports, and new supports become older. You know what I mean? Old resistances become new supports. Old supports become new resistances. So I thought this was a support since it was an old resistance, and it ended up bouncing, But that was only because I waited till after earnings. I waited, for this candle to bounce, kind of, but it didn't. It tanked. But then, technically, if my risk reward was right, I should have gotten out like this day. But I figured that I might have gotten in too early. My position was not the biggest, so I was like, I can wait for, if this candle was down, maybe I would get out because it didn't hold there, but it ended up holding and got a nice little bounce. Gonna try to ride this out to $100, probably nothing more. I don't know if it'll actually get there, but we'll see we'll see the reaction at 94. Basically, this trade's just based off of, I see a price level with a lot of candlesticks interactions here. I'll combine that with earnings, and the semiconductors are hot. It's a hot market right now. So I think that I guess not for Intel, is it Intel or one of the semiconductors are getting smoked, but AMD's hot. So is it more likely that this bounces off of a support zone, or does it tank and keep tanking? And I took the bet it was going to go up, so that's here. I'll probably get out again when one of these price targets are hit. But again, I got in this day, so it's already been 11 days. Doesn't seem that long. Really, wow. So maybe a month would be the max, but I don't see it that much longer. JP Morgan is another one we got. I like this, it's kind of not like a cup and handle, but it kind of is. We came up to the all-time high. Let's go back to a different time frame, it's easier to see. So, these are weekly candles, we got, whoa, it goes up, hits the all-time high, fades down to a kind of support zone. It is, but not really. We got a couple candles here, but got in at 129.60. So a little bit above. Not perfect entry, but then a bounce up. That was kind of my prediction. Yeah, all these are just based off of mostly patterns. So I see a pattern. I see multiple reasons to buy. Whether it's, again, like I mentioned before, it's a pattern, just some supply, demand factors around price levels. I like to see the candlesticks, what prices they're interacting at. So yeah, the more you watch this channel and everything, you'll kind of see that the things I do aren't very intelligent. I don't know. I try to pick things that make absolute sense with bare minimum reasons. I don't try to do anything fancy because I'm not in it to, be fancy. I'm just in it to make money. I don't really care. How cool it looks. I don't know, but I'm just in it to make money. So SM is another one. Man, this was like 100% trade. My average cost right now is like 530. So like right here, it was like $4. So wow, that's 125% gain. But my original price was like $4. I bought at this line right here. Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. But this was such a small position because it was risky. I was already buying this stock like a couple 100% off of earnings. So SM had really good earnings. They if you look at their like all-time chart, they're getting smoked. Whoops. I mean, they were at $80 at one point, so down like 90% roughly. But they had a decent quarter. It shot this thing. I bought this, again, small position because I was like, I think it's gonna go up. You know, oil and gas prices are probably gonna go up very soon. So I wanted something small that I can, you know, exploit that, maybe get a bigger percentage gain. But I didn't want to put too much risk on it, so I didn't add a big position. Earnings are soon, so I'm probably gonna get out, just lock it in. Big profit. But yeah, this is, I don't trade like this a lot, where I just hop into something small and random and let it ride. But yeah, these are kind of like sleepers, you know. And I mean, not a sleeper, but it hasn't gotten too much news, like 500% since last earnings. It's crazy. But yeah, I can show you guys some other things we're watching right now that have a pattern. Actually, so the biggest pattern I like to do is, or trade, is the ascending triangle. So we gotta go. Let's go to something else. AMD is notorious for this. AMD, so this is a kind of a bad ascending triangle, but basically, you know, we have this support or resistance level of rising support. I mean, actually, even if we expand this, you know, all these rising supports, it just keeps rising. So it's kind of like an ascending triangle, but yeah, this is one trade that I had that I was very proud of because big gains, big gains. Tesla, we also traded. It's not an ascending triangle, but it was like a bull flag pennant we traded. So we traded this. This was like a 3-month, 2-month venture. Just watching this go up, down, up, down, up, down. I think I got in, like, actually, yeah, this was crazy. The trades aren't gonna get put on, but I bought here the Friday of, so I think this was Friday the 13th, yeah. Bought some, and then I was like, I bought some more today, or this day, the 16th, because it just felt right. It was weird. I sold a different position to add to this, and that night that they announced that Tesla would be in the S&P, this thing shot up mad high. I think I took some profits off here, which, I mean, in hindsight was dumb, but no, I think I took off one here, or no, I took it off like here, because I thought it was gonna get caught up here and then shot down, but kept running. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think I got out, you know, a couple here, or like half the position here, then half like up here, right before 600, because I didn't see it getting past 600. But yeah, it's at 800 now, so I mean, it was still a good trade. I made money. Not gonna be greedy, but yeah, if I just held on, it would have been a lot spicier. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, my entries and exits are not always the best, but I feel like my convictions and patience are pretty good, so that's how I can make some money. I guess yeah, those are technically my 3 strategies. I mean, again, we got Disney and like 3M. I like these companies. I want to buy them. 3M's got a good yield, or it did when I started buying. Average price is like 154. I think the yield is like 3.3, 3.4. Actually, they did just increase the dividend a little bit, so I could do the math real quick. Let's see. 154. No. 1.48 times 4 divided by 154. We got 3.84 yield, which is pretty good. Got some good appreciation too. Oh wait, 154. Wow, we got a lot. Like 17% appreciation. Pretty good. But yeah, if you guys just keep watching, I guess really most of the videos, but the watch lists and updates that I do, I basically talk about the specifics of the companies I'm looking at, like that week, for various reasons. Again, I'm not like an expert or millionaire trader, just some dude whispering in a mic, and but you know, I make some money here and there. It's fun doing it, and I don't ever try to risk more than I can like bear, you know, like I can sleep well at night knowing that these positions, or my money is in positions that I think are gonna do something spicy. It's not gonna fly all over the place. Like, you know, like if I had money in GameStop, I don't think price action consistently over a time period and then make a decision about it. But again, it's not right or wrong. It's just what I prefer, and it works for me. See, everyone's gonna have their own trading style. Everyone's gonna, have different risk tolerances and reasons for buying or selling things, and nothing's really right or wrong. It's just personal preference. And I don't really day trade anymore. I just never found it. I guess I did it for a little bit, like a few days, or a few months. I liked it, but it got so stressful. It got too labor intensive, and the results were just not good. Like, personally, I just couldn't do it. So, switching back to swing trading, I realized that I can, spend some time on a stock, look at it, think, hey, I think it's gonna do this, pick a time frame, pick a risk tolerance, buy some stuff, let it ride or let it die in a certain time frame based on my risk tolerance, and still live the rest of my life. I didn't need to sit at the computer for a few hours every day just to watch and make sure something was managing itself, So it just gives me that freedom. Yeah, I think real quick, where did it go? Pizza. Yeah, I don't trade cup and handle patterns that often, but pizza or Papa John's, beautiful cup and handle pattern. It's amazing. I think. Let's see what it's doing right now. We're in pre-market. Yeah, it's crazy. I love the trade patterns. They make sense. They don't always work, but it's the main thing. I guess this is probably I don't know if anyone's still watching, but this might be the most important thing. About finding a trading style and stuff. It's that you need to find an edge that you can exploit in the market. And so whether that be reading candlesticks, studying a specific pattern, just maybe you're an expert at pizza companies and you can crunch some numbers and gain a little bit of an edge about the actual valuation of Papa John's and how the market's going to react. You need something. If you're blindly just buying and selling stocks with no edge, or you know what I mean? You don't go to, I guess you could, but you don't go play a poker game or even Call of Duty or something. Not having a plan or an edge, a weapon that you like to use, or you have to go in with intelligence and knowledge and a strategy. Because this is crazy, this market, because I can buy and sell and play the same game with the same companies as someone with 20, 30 years of experience buying and selling stocks. They have all these robots, they have all this stuff, and I'm playing the same game as them. You literally get thrown into the deep end when you play this game. And that's why investing, it's important investing, and it's probably easiest, but that doesn't mean it's the most fun, and that you shouldn't trade. I think, you should always invest also, or always invest and then trade also, but, it's just crazy, so you gotta have some edge, and I guess my edge is I like to trade larger cap stocks that have a lot of liquidity. I pick hot markets, or I guess there's multiple things. I pick either really hot markets, and I wait for pullbacks and supply-demand zones, kind of like AMD, or not supply-demand zones, sorry, price levels. So AMD, bad off earnings, falls, catches to some level based on previous data, and then I let it ride. Or SM or gold stocks. I think they're really undervalued. I'm gonna pick them up when they're still undervalued, in my opinion, and let it ride and just sell to people that are, didn't catch the news yet. I guess NEM is the one. I bought, my average price was $43. Here's January is when I start buying it. I just liked the company. It was kind of big. It had a dividend gold miner, and it just went up. So I either pick, really unlooked at, undervalued markets. Then I dividend stocks within those, I guess, commodity markets is right now really what I'm looking at. Or I find really hot markets like this, or maybe weed, or space, Virgin Galactic, like hot markets, hot stocks, and I wait for people to dump them a little bit to a zone. Then I buy. It's not a perfect explanation of how I actually execute the strategies, but it's some edge and some reason that I enter certain trades. So you gotta find your edge, and it's not something you can do by just copying or looking at what other people do. You can look at other people as to see like ideas or but ultimately you gotta find your own because you don't have the same risk tolerance and the same time frame. So yep, that's kind of it. I didn't realize I was talking for so long. Hopefully you guys found this valuable. I thought this video was only gonna be like 15 minutes long. What the heck? Alright, I know it's kinda long. I don't think everybody's gonna watch the entire video, obviously. But those who came this far, hopefully you found it informative. And hopefully, you go out there and make some money. Again, I'm not a licensed broker, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a millionaire. I'm just a dude moving around money, trying to, get a little ahead in life. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know if you want anything discussed, and I'll whisper